welcome to Anthony's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make a Kerala's traditional, which is Puttu. So this is a Chembavari style Puttu, which is actually a light pink in color. So let's see the preparation of Puttu. So in a small vessel, I am taking a little bit of water, a very less quantity of water, to which I will add around half a teaspoon of salt. So this salt is for around 2.5 cups of rice flour. So first dissolve the salt in the water, and then I'll be adding around 3 tablespoons, heaped tablespoons of coconut to this water, and then I will mix this well. So next step is the rice flour, for which I'll be using Nirabara Patri powder. So Patri flour is very nice flour, and this I will take 1 kilo of Patri flour, and then I will use half kilo of Chembavari puttu powder. So this both of these will be mixed together so that I will get a light pink color in the powder in the puttu. So now I am going to add 2.5 cups of this flour, the mixed flour, to the coconut, salt and water mix, and then I'll be slowly mixing this so that I will get the correct texture for the puttu flour. So you can see that I am first mixing the water which I have first added to the mix, and then I am mixing it so that the entire flour is mixed with that water. Then I'll be slowly sprinkling little by little of water and mix the contents well from the bottom to the top, and make sure that the wetness is evenly spread to the entire content of the bowl. Now, I'll tell you why I'm mixing the flour of 1 kilo of patri with half kilo of chembavari powder is to make sure that I'm getting a light pink color, because chembavari flour is bit deep in color, which is not the real, the original traditional chembavari puttu. So I'm mixing this together so that I get only the light pink colored puttu. So now we can see I'm sprinkling water little by little and making sure that there are no lumps formed of the rice flour. I'm mixing it so that no lumps are formed, and I'm ensuring that the mix is getting mixed from the bottom till the top with even wetness. So uh, to make the flour to the correct texture, I have almost added 1 cup of water. So make sure that all the lumps are broken with your hand itself, and then the correct texture is when you take a small amount of powder and just make a lump, and you can make a smaller lump and then you can break it. So that is a correct texture of the powder. So now I am making the powder patty, and a small patting I am giving to the powder, and then I am sprinkling a little bit of water on the top, ensuring that on all the sides there is at least 1 drop of water. So ensure that water is sprinkled all over the flour mix, and then I'll be keeping this for resting by closing it with a lid and keeping it in fridge for around 1 to 2 hours. So this will make the flour very soft, and it will also ensure that there are no lumps in the powder. So now you can see that I have taken it out of the fridge and I am actually mixing it to take the flour for making the puttu. So I'm mixing it, and you can see that it will have lesser lumps than the original one. And if you keep the flour in the fridge, it will actually give a very soft puttu. So now I am taking the puttu maker. So this is the bottom part of the puttu maker wherein we pour water. So I'll be adding around 3/4 of water, that is actually after the mark of the puttu kudam. And this is the puttu maker. This is a special vessel wherein I have a small plate of perforated plate, and that I will be inserting first, and then I will add a layer of coconut, so that once the steam comes out, it comes through the coconut to the flour, and thus the flour is getting steam cooked. So you can see I have added around 1.5 tablespoon of coconut at the bottom layer, and then followed by 4 heaped tablespoons of the flour, the mixed flour. So then I'll again add a little bit of coconut, so which is around 1 tablespoon of coconut. So make sure that you are adding the coconut and spreading it across the vessel, and then followed by another layer of flour. So this is the second layer which I am adding, which is again another 4 heaps of flour, and then followed by another layer of coconut, and then again flour. So this is how you have to fill the puttu maker. So this is actually the puttu maker, and I'm filling it until the top to ensure that the puttu maker is full of the flour and the coconut mix. So now it is going to be the topmost layer. So again, you can see the coconut is spread across everywhere, and then I'm adding the flour. So make sure, see, when you see the flour itself, you can see it doesn't have much lumps, but it is perfectly wet, and this is the correct texture for making puttu. So on the top, again, I am putting little bit layer of coconut, and now I'll be closing it with the lid. So this lid also has small holes which will allow the steam to go. Now the bottom part of the puttu maker, you can see the water is boiling, and now I have kept the puttu on the top. So allow it to boil, and once the steam starts coming, allow it to come for around 7 minutes. So that will make the puttu really perfect and soft. And now I am reducing the flame so that the steam will not get heated onto your palms. And then I am going to insert a spoon from the bottom of the puttu maker, and then squeeze it onto the plate. And now you can see a steamed puttu is ready. This is a light pink in color, which is actually the Chembavari style puttu powder. So that is why I said this is a light pink in color, and it's very tasty and really soft. Thank you for watching my video. Please share it and subscribe.